6:15, this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe and read by Niranjan Abesundara. The Prime Minister says steps have been taken by the budget to build a country that can face disasters by empowering the local farmers and agriculture. The President directs officials to provide necessary facilities to prisoners, considering the humanitarian aspects. All measures are in place to open the country for tourists. The members of the Election and Police Commissions assume duties. In Vilnius, the US Senate to vote on spending stopgap as COVID-19 aid debate continues. Sports News 18 match of the Lanka Premier League between Colombo Kings and Jaffna Stallions is now being played in Hambantota. The Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says steps have been taken by the budget to build a country that can face disasters such as COVID-19 by empowering local farmers and agriculture. The Prime Minister mentioned this in a reply speech on the budget debate. The government has taken steps to provide sacks of goods valued at 10,000 rupees to each family under quarantine and those affected by the pandemic. He said that government will continue to provide relief to them. He further said that more than 90 billion rupees will be spent on COVID-19 eradication by the end of this month. 50 rupees for a kilogram of paddy is being paid at present, at which a year ago were 32 rupees. Fertilizer is provided free of charge. The budget has allocated funds to continue with road development. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa instructed officials to pay attention on prisoners in humanitarian manner and take speedy steps to provide necessary facilities by solving the shortcomings. More than 12,000 drug addicts have been imprisoned. The President emphasized repair rehabilitation programs by paying special attention to them. The President mentioned this during a discussion today at the Presidential Secretariat to make recommendations after inquiring into the shortcomings and problems in prisons. He instructed to look into the possibility of introducing prefabricated prisons to overcome overcrowding in prisons. A large number of suspects are in remand prison due to delays at the Government Analyst, Attorney General and police departments. The President said steps have been taken to solve the problems by establishing a presidential task force consisting of customs, police, prisons, rehabilitation and other relevant institutions. Mr. Prasanna Ranatunga said that all measures are in place to open the country by opening the airport. He said discussions in this regard are at the last stages with the health authorities. The minister mentioned this during a discussion today with the airline agents. Officials of the Airport and Aviation Services Company, Civil Airline Services Authority and Tourist Development Authority attended the meeting. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga said, although the country will be open for tourists, the government will pay strict attention on the security of the people. The new members of the Elections Commission have assumed duties. The chairman of the commission is Nimalji Puncheheva. Other members are M. Mohammed, S.B. Divarapna, K.P.P. Patrina and Jeevan Tyagaraja. They assumed duties at the Elections Commission office in Rajgiriya. The former chairman of the commission and members were present on the occasion. Retired IGP Chandra Fernand has assumed duties as the chairman of the National Police Commission. Other members of the commission are S.L. Nagama, A.S.P.S. Priyanta Sanjeeva, N.S.N. Samsudeen, Gunapala Vikramage, Premasiri Pereira and T.P. Parameshwaran. After assuming duty, chairman of the commission, retired IGP Chandra Fernand told SLBC, the police can make complaints. The public can make complaints to the Commission without any obstacles. He said Commission is bound to protect the confidential information, informants. He further said anyone can call on his mobile number 0777 751170. And in news just in, the budget was passed in Parliament with a two-thirds majority in a short while ago. 101 voted for the budget while 54 voted against the budget. State Minister Shehan Semasinghe says that budget has implemented a program to empower the low-income recipients. He mentioned this while taking part in the Committee State Budget debate in Parliament today. Steps have been taken to provide assistance for crops except for paddy. Prominence has been given to renovate small tax. He said that 100,000 new hectares of land would be cultivated. Mr. Kiran Bukala pointed out the President has introduced a new political culture by cutting off 1.9 billion rupees from his expenditure account. The government has paid attention on national security, national unity and to develop the economy by eliminating separatism. He said the government has spent 80 billion rupees for COVID education programs. Taking part in the debate, MP Ranvik Ratna said the budget has not met the expectations of the poor people. A party Champaranavaka said people who are having daily jobs as well as large-scale businessmen are facing difficulties at present. Ms. Rohita Begunamadana said that the previous government has spent more on publicity than on building houses. He further said that the present government is taking measures to build 14,000 houses within a short period of time. State Minister Aris Nimar Cabral said the government has not signed an agreement with the International Monetary Fund that is harmful to the country. He said the government has taken steps to train the labour force and present a tax policy beneficial to the country. MP Nalika Kotegada said that the budget has been prepared giving priority for local products. He mentioned this while attending a media briefing today at the Sri Lanka Patel Perimanav Party office in Battaramulla. He pointed out the government has taken steps to provide maximum benefit to the people and direct the country towards development. He further said the mechanism to implement rural development activities is already in place. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Colombo High Court decided to take up a case filed by the Attorney General against Venerable Gargodathi Gnanasarathero on the 11th of next month. He has been accused of insulting the teachings of Islam. The case was scheduled to be held on the 25th of last month. The court did not hold proceedings on that day since aid had been declared an isolated place at that time. The 47th Ratna Sutra chanting organised by the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation takes place this evening at the Gampaha Madagama Sri Sunandarama Dharmadusarama Temple. Ratna Sutra chanting will be held under the guidance of Chief Monk of the temple, Venerable Tumodara Samitathero. It will broadcast at 6:30 p.m. of SLB's singular commercial service, City FM and regional services. And that ends local news for now.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Ministry of Health says 461 more individuals have completely recovered from COVID-19. This brings the total number of coronavirus recoveries reported in the country to 22,261. Sri Lanka's confirmed infections count stands at 30,075. Epidemiology unit says 7,670 active cases are still under medical care. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
On to Watchlight, a team of doctors at Anuradhapura Teaching Hospital has performed Sri Lanka's first awake craniotomy surgical procedure, marking a historic milestone. It is a technique that uses language mapping which enables neurosurgeons to remove a brain tumor while preserving the cognitive function. Department of Neurosurgery at the Teaching Hospital at Anuradhapura successfully carried out this operation recently. That came to in Watchlight. On to world news. The U.S. Senate is to vote on the spending stopgap as COVID-19 aid debate continues. Singapore says coronavirus scare on cruise ship false alarm. A new investigation reveals a vast pro-India disinformation campaign. The U.S. Senate is expected to vote today on a one-week extension of federal government funding to provide more time for legislators to work out a larger spending package, including coronavirus relief. The Democratic Majority House voted 343 for 67 on the stopgap measure yesterday. If passed and signed by President Donald Trump, it would prevent federal programs from running out of money. A passenger tested positive for COVID-19 aboard a cruise to nowhere from Singapore, forcing the ship to return to the dock, and nearly 1,000 guests to isolate has been found and are not having the virus. Passengers on Royal Caribbean's Quantum of Seas vessel were held in their cabins for more than 16 hours after an 83-year-old man who sought medical help on ship tested positive for COVID-19. A new investigation has revealed a dead professor and numerous defunct organizations were resurrected and used alongside at least 150 fake media outlets in a vast 15-year global disinformation campaign to serve Indian interests. The man whose identity was stolen was regarded as one of the founding fathers of international human rights law, who died at the age of 92 in 2006. Alexander Alfabian, executive director of the EU Disinfo Lab, said it is the largest network they have exposed. And back to the headlines of the world news. U.S. Senate is to vote on spending stopgap as COVID-19 aid debate continues. Singapore says coronavirus scare on cruise ship a false alarm. A new investigation reveals a vast pro-India disinformation campaign. That is world news. On development news, the state-of-the-art cement manufacturing facility Langwa Sangstha Cement Corporation Private Limited, which is slated to be one of the largest in the region, is scheduled to commence in June 2021. The facility spreads across 60 acres in individual export processing zone Hampansata. Via venture, the investment for phase 1 of the project was $70 million and the production capacity is estimated to be 2.4 million metric tons per annum. That was development news. On to sports news. 18th match of the Lanka Premier League between Colombo Kings and Jaffna Stallions is now being played in Hambantota. Batting first, Colombo Kings scored 173 for 4 wickets in 20 overs. In reply, Jaffna Stallions were 69 for 2 wickets a short while ago. The 19th match of the Lanka Premier League between Gaul Gladiators and the Candy Tuskers will play tonight at Hambantota. The match will start at 8 p.m. tonight. Football news. Italy's 1982 World Cup hero Paolo Rossi has died at the age of 64. Rossi became a household name after leading the Azzurri to victory at the tournament in Spain, finishing as the top scorer and being named best player. That is sports news. On to business news. International Finance Corporation of the World Bank Group has proposed $50 million financing facility to Sri Lanka's MAS Holdings to sustain its operations while preserving its workforce in Sri Lanka. The loans proposed for MAS Capital Private Limited, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of MAS Holdings and the holding company of the group's apparel pillar. The financing is also aimed at ensuring continued production of high-value added items and foreign exchange earnings to support Sri Lanka's economy. That was business news. Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The government of Sri Lanka introduced a special deposit accounts on 8 April 2020 to seek assistance for the national effort to overcome the effects of COVID-19 outbreak in the country. Accordingly, at the 7th of October 2020, total deposits in special deposit accounts amounted to approximately $272 million. Considering the potential of SDAs to attract substantial amount of foreign exchange into the country, the government had decided to extend the validity period of the opening the special deposit account up to 7th of April 2021 on the recommendation of the Monetary Board, Central Bank of Sri Lanka. That was economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And on to the Weather Met Department says showers will occur at a few places in the northern, eastern and north central provinces. Shower thunderstorms will occur at several places in the Sabaragamuwa, central, Uva and western provinces and in the Galle and Matha districts in the night. That was the weather report. Back to the headline of the news. The Prime Minister says steps have been taken by the budget to build a country that can face disasters by empowering the local farmers and agriculture. The President directs officials to provide necessary facilities to prisoners, considering the humanitarian aspects. All measures are in place to open the country for tourists. Members, elections and police commissions assume duties. In world news, U.S. Senate to vote on spending stopgap as COVID-19 aid debate continues. In sports news, the 18th match of the Lanka Premier League between Colombo Kings and Jaffna Stallions is now being played in Hambantota. That ends the news.